Boy, these Yankees just can't give Cole some love. Can't give him the run support he needs. Unbelievable. He didn't pitch bad today. But Jordan Montgomery just pitched better. So, shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Um, what else we got here? Just hopping on. Let's see what we got. Sean Browning, 4 trains up in the house. Maz is here. Anthony Lapari. Who else we got here? Jonathan's in the house. Yes, indeed. You're 3 outs away from the Yankees losing the series, unfortunately. And then they got 4 against the Baltimore Orioles, which will be a tough series, obviously. And it's going to be, okay. Unbelievable. The Yankees just hitting them where the fielders are. Unbelievable. Unbelievable game. Torres and Brito for Giolito and Bummer. You're right. You're really liking that one, Sean, huh? What's up, Joel? My consigliere's in the building. What's good? I know so much for taking it serious. You got that right, my friend. You got that right. You got that right. Greg Yasko's in the building. Jimmy Mathers in the building. Yes, indeed. Yep. Fortrain, is this true? The Mets are willing to take on Donaldson's contract but want Ian Hamilton in a trade? Is that true? I haven't heard that. Dude. Man. That's crazy. Peanuts in the house. Jonathan's in the building. Shout out to everybody in here. Smack that like button if you don't mind. Let's get our likes up just to celebrate, being here together. Having our post-game therapy session after a very likely loss, because one out is 1-1 to IKF, who's been one of the more, the best hitter, one of the better hitters recently for the Yankees. So, Giolito and Bummer for Torres and Pereira. Yeah, I mean, you get your starter there, and you get your starter, you get your controllable reliever. Even though Giolito's a free agent at the end of the season, Bummer's not a free agent until 2027. So you get 3.5 years, or just 3 more years of control after this year. So controllable pieces is key. It's absolutely key. So you can continue to build around players that they already have, young guys, and bring in bigger contracts when they want to do that too. So the Yankees have always been best when they had like the superstar players, the young kids, and the role players combined, and a good balance of them. So, Peanut Montgomery's a free agent at the end of the season, so he would be available. Now I don't know if he was in a ground ball. Of course, 2 outs. I don't know if he would re-sign with the Yankees. That's one of the questions, but you never know. If they give him enough, that'll be the key. That'd be the key question. So, Billy, yeah, exactly. You're gonna do something, Hal, or what? Let's not wait until the deadline, which is August 1st. It's still 4 weeks away. Let's not wait until the very last minute, please. Texas Rangers have already made a move. Other teams are gonna make moves. Volpe's up now, 2 outs, 0-1. Jordan Hicks on the mound. Him and his 104-mile-an-hour fastball. Dev is in the house. Yankees have hitting problems and a starting pitcher problem. Okay, hitting's not the only opposite field hit for Volpe. All right, opposite field single off 100-mile-an-hour fastball. All right. Jake Bowers is coming up. He put a home run last time he was up. Two-run shot. Wait, didn't he? No, not 2-run shot. He did that yesterday. Come on, Bowers. Do what you did yesterday. He got an RBI double off the wall. That's what it was. Off of center field wall. Past Lars Nootbaars. Offense is the main thing. Yeah, exactly, man. We need offense, and we need another starter, another reliever. And when this game is over shortly, Mazza from Fortran Express and I had a conversation earlier. We were talking about some trades, and We'll get into that too. I want to know what y'all think about this. My consigliere, Mazda. Oh, yeah, they will. They'll. I mean, This is gonna happen. Ball. 1-1, 2-1, 2-1 Bowers. We'll see, Billy. I hope not. I mean, I hope the Orioles don't crush us. That's for damn sure. Which trade are you talking about? The White Sox trade? Yeah, yeah. 2-2. We. Why they just he played both games of the doubleheader yesterday, so they gave him a day off today. That's why. That's why. I mean, they had a long day yesterday, plus a 2-hour rain delay. Um, it was a really long day, and then come back with an afternoon game. Rizzo's an older player. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, full count. Holy schmoly. Full count to Bowers. Andrea, how are you? Coconuts in the building too. Yankees extra post game live with Jason Hoffman. Oh, he walked him. All right. Two guys on. Higashioka's up, coming up. There's runners on first and second. Yeah. He's extra post game live with Jason Hoffman. It's all good. Pinstripe Nation. Interesting. Oh, it's a claim though. Insider claim. I get it, fortunately. I wonder how credible that is. I really wonder how credible it is. I gotta look into that too, Fortune. Thank you for that. We gotta look. Yuhan Lin's in the building. Donaldson would be good enough to bullpen help him. Yeah, he's got a 0.00 ERA right now in his career. Donaldson. So, what's good, NFE baby? All right, we got 1-0. Oh, ground ball third. Oh, Arenado from across the diamond. Got him out. Game over. The Cardinals win. Wow, what a freaking throw by Arenado. My goodness. Good heavens. Let me go into the venting room. The therapy room. So I can be a little bit louder. My youngest is napping, so all right, so they lost this series. They won the last 3 series, so I'll give them that. And again, they're down some pieces, so I'm looking forward to Rodon, who's scheduled to pitch on Friday right now against the Chicago Cubs in Yankee Stadium. So I'm looking something to look forward to this coming week. I really am. So, and I need to look at that. We don't know yet, Greg, if Montez is coming back. We don't know yet. He's scheduled to come back in probably September. We know he's been throwing already, but that's didn't see much coming off shoulder surgery, so that's a tough one. Well, exactly. The Yankees have a pitching and a hitting problem. So let me pull these things up. So Maz and I were talking here, and so where the hell is it? All right, hang on a second. And we talked about something Maz proposed. We saw some of these things and saw some crazy trades here. One of the trades with the Cardinals. Okay, in this in particular trade, Nolan Arenado and Lars Nootbaar comes to the Yankees. Total trade value of $49.60. Now remember this. I mentioned this earlier with the MLB trade values. I mean, trade values are kind of all over the place. Like Nolan Arenado has a negative 22 trade value. That doesn't factor in his age, which is 32, and his contract as well. So just certain things get factored into the stuff. So in this trade, those two guys will come to the Yankees in return for Ron Marinaccio, Clark Schmidt, Trey Sweeney, and Randy Vasquez. So they get 2 starters, a reliever, and a shortstop prospect in exchange for a controllable outfielder and a controllable third baseman. So, it's kind of nuts. But, this is the type of stuff with these trade values. And sometimes, Aaron Judge's trade value went down after he got signed this big deal. Like, Shohei Ohtani's trade value is going to go down after he signs his mega deal, whatever the hell that is going to be. So, but these are the types of trades. And they have 49.6 and 49.4. It's considered an equal value trade. But at the end of the day, would the Cardinals actually do that? Very, very unlikely. But that's where these values come into play so it's very strange how it works out, but this is the type of value that's expected here. Now, this one with the White Sox and the Yankees here, where Aaron Bummer and Lucas Giolito come to the Yankees, 25.4 trade value in exchange for Gleyber Torres and Oswald Everson Pereira, 26.5 trade value. Now, that's actually seems like a more sensible trade. So, you know, that one's kind of nuts. That one's kind of that, but again, that's I should say that's not as nuts as the Cardinals one. But again, this is what's being seen as equal value trade right now. Okay, now here's another one. Okay, this is the Yankees and Padres. In this particular trade, the Yankees get Josh Hader, Iriarte, Liziargia, Blake Snell, Michael Walker, and Wolf. So they get 1, 2, 3. And they get 2 starters and 4 relievers here in exchange for Everson Pereira and Gleyber Torres. And the trade value going to the Padres is $26.50, coming to the Yankees at $27.40. So that's a 6-for-2 deal, and the value is pretty much comparable. So you can see how kind of nuts this stuff is, right? But at the end of the day, if you can somehow get Hader and Snell in the trade, that's a huge trade. Now, both of them are going to be free agents, so I think that's going to be factoring into their trade value as well. But you folks let us know what you think of these trades, and I really want to know. And what do you think about the original Nolan Arenado we talked about earlier today? So, what are we thinking, gang? Give us your thoughts and feedback. Euro Yank, what's up? Start potatoes in the building. Yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely right, potatoes. Yankee Mike, what's up? Yeah, reported by. That's kind of. Yeah. Ian Hamilton would be a big. I wonder if they would accept anybody else, not named Michael King and Ian Hamilton. But I think shit. Because Ian Hamilton, you're essentially going to be taking about 11 million of Hamilton's. Of Donaldson's contract back. Not like you're taking 25 because Yankees have already paid more than half of it. So you're going to be taking 11 million or 11 plus million. But are they going to take the buyout for next year too? And Ian Hamilton, that would be a tough one, a really, really tough one. So, it's it's just. Have I read anything about the strategy that teams consider every year, but no one does? Blowing out your cash pool to sign high-ranked and lower picks and forfeiting your extra picks. You're talking about international international players, or just going over the thresholds? There are penalties, obviously, going over the thresholds and stuff like that. It can affect your draft picks and can affect your international spending money. So, some people do it, like the Mets. They're not afraid to spend because they want these major league players. So they're not really worried about forfeiting a draft pick or two, or an international player or two. So, got some people like the Yankees forfeit. Like they forfeited this year their second round and their fifth round picks to sign Carlos Rodon as a free agent. So it does happen more life if that's what you're talking about, but it doesn't happen very, very, very often. Like the Padres, some of those players, they will give up certain things to get these higher ranked players, but it happens more often than not with teams like the Mets and the Yankees, or at least recently. Yankees a lot. So, so yeah, I've heard of that stuff. But yeah, for this loss is Cole's 8-2 now. And he wasn't bad. His line was, let me see, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, two runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts in 98 pitches. His ERA is 2.78. So again, he's 8-2. 8-2. Montgomery was no hitting these guys into the 6th inning. So, but it is a tough and frustrating loss, no doubt about it. So, yeah. But this team needs to address multiple holes. I'm with you guys here, David, and yeah, man, FE and all you folks. But yeah, exactly. We need time to focus on the O's. A different monster than the Cardinals. Different monster than the Cardinals, man. So, well, this is true too. Nolan Arenado's durable coconuts. And he's the best third baseman in baseball. So, at 32, that's something to be said for that. 10 straight Gold Gloves, super elite, and he's still a clutch hitter. So, that's something that would definitely be a good idea to consider. What can they actually get? What's the realistic trade package? I don't know. It's not going to be as much as Juan Soto. Soto's also 8 years younger than him, so that matters. Overheard the Pirates are now asking the Yankees for a ridiculous offer for Brian Reynolds. Or asking for. Why? Where'd you overhear that, James? I don't think he's available anymore. They gave him big. They gave him a pretty big extension, James. Where are you hearing that from? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Orioles are beatable, so we'll take it one series at a time right now. But don't know, Wink the man, one judge. I would say if we're lucky, August MLB draft for lifer. Well, it's like new stuff now with MLB draft picks, and there's new criteria in terms of losing, forfeiting, trading, and all this type of stuff. But they didn't really have that before, and now you can do like stuff like in the NBA, well, giving you these 2 round picks and blah blah blah. So there's a greater ability to maneuver and move around draft picks right now. Word lifer. So now, okay, now I get what you're talking about. And they haven't gotten to that point, at least that I've seen that they're doing that yet. It's mostly the pick maneuverability is having to do with like payroll thresholds, exceeding them, and signing players that are attached to qualifying offers. So, like again, to me, if I'm the Yankees after this year, I'm attaching a QO to Harrison Bader, but I'm going to try to re-sign him. And they got to consider attaching one to Severino if he doesn't get moved. So the rest of the guys, I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. He hasn't made moves yet, Jonathan. At least, well, not yet this season. So wait and see. Well, they got some minor league contracts and stuff like that, but we need to see some more. We need to see some proactive stuff here from the Yankees. If I'm them, I'm making some moves sooner than later. I'm definitely not waiting till the deadline because other teams will beat the Yankees to the punch and get certain players. I mean, that's what happened to the Yankees. Didn't move on Justin Verlander. The Astros got like this happened so many times. So you know, yeah, that's Paulie. I mean, you make a good point. Bring up Wells, trade Trevino. I mean, I'm hearing a lot more of that stuff. Or I'm hearing trade Higashioka, bring up Brett Ben Rortvet, who's in AAA. Wells is in AA. And if you do that, then Wells automatically goes to AAA. Now they're one step away. So, and yeah, so it's you got that right, Bobby. This is an uninspiring game. They need to give Cole some damn run support. Oh, Sox fans are right. Who, the team or the fans, Jay? I mean, any team that's behind us doesn't really have the juice to say we suck. So at least in my opinion. So um, well, I don't know. I mean, they'll try to take advantage of the Yankees, but again, the Yankees could be in a position to address somebody else's team needs. Excuse me. So you know, the other teams have to keep that in mind too. We need your reliever. Okay, we want your reliever. So what do you want? Okay, well, we want that. So they'll try to fleece the Yankees, no doubt, no doubt about it. Teams always do that. So, but more often than not, cash can win certain trades. So I do see him targeting a reliever, and I hope he targets a starter, even no matter what happens with Rodon and Mr. Cortez. So that's what I would do. And I mean, in the more intriguing trades, we Arenado, we Juan Soto. They're not the most realistic, but you never know. You never know. Now, let's see. All right. I think I would agree with you. They can't give Arenado without giving a Praz. I agree. I agree. Yeah, Torres to the Cardinals, but that's fine. Severino, well, this is possible too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Arenado's the best out there. Third base, 10-time Gold Glove, 8-time All Star, 6-time Platinum, 5-time Silver Slugger, and what we say, Wilson Nelson, and a home leader, RBI leader, fielding by. Like he's as good as it gets. I mean, he really, really, really is. So. Yeah, I think he's doing a combination, Timothy, waiting for other contenders to get injuries. But then what's crazy is if they get injuries, then they'll be more needful of some of the players that the Yankees are targeting, and they'll be more aggressive and they'll get beat to the punch. So I wouldn't personally be waiting for that. But if he's doing that, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. So I'll read it, Word Lifer. Did you post the article in here, Word Lifer? George, I mean, there's some players that are missing, and St. Louis is not as bad as Oakland, so and they just did. It's unfortunate, but they just did. And we can only trade competitive balance around the A and B picks. Trade for trade, one Jonathan. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Our catchers, I mean, not that great. What's up, D Rod? What is good, baby? You heard that we're on locked in my Yankees channel. Which rumor was the talking about the wait, I want to go back and see which rumor you're talking about. Oh man, where are you here? You're like way back. Which rumor are you talking about, James? I want to make sure I'm right about this one. Tatis over Soto. I'll take Soto over Tatis, but I mean, some people want Tatis, so I get that. I get that. Montgomery, yeah, he did. Cole pitched good, but Montgomery pitched great. Lorenzo, you mean go to MLBTradeRumors.com and then just type in Google MLB trade deadline or MLB trade rumors, and the most latest stuff will come up for the most part. So, and then be team specific too. Yankees trade rumors, put that in Google. So, well, I don't disagree there. Yeah, if they don't, see any need for him, which doesn't make any sense to me. I think it is a disservice. I mean, the only guy I would trade him for, honestly, would be Juan Soto. But if they're not going to use him regardless, then yeah, you trade him, you move him. Most definitely, maybe. Most definitely. No, I mean that one. That was a rightful argument by Boone there, calling him. That was a terrible pitch. That was nowhere near being a strike. So any manager was pissed off and sending off for the teammates. I think would have done the same thing. That was a bullshit call. Terrible, terrible call. Arenado's contract status. He's got 5 more years, 144 mil left in his contract. I think 35 this year, 35 next year. Then I think it's 32, then 20 something, then I think 15 or something like that. The next 5 years. He's a free agent 2028, making 35 this year in 2023. No. And you might be right. He might be JD in 3 or 4 years. He might be. I hope not, but yeah. I wonder if DJ would actually be movable, Johan. Some folks are kind of stressing that. Go for it. Go for it, Anthony. Enjoy, man. Go, man. Have fun, my man. Jonathan, I'm with you there, too. I would start making some trades now. Yeah, you know. I mean, and then I think the Knicks are doing it right. They're not rushing and making stupid moves and gutting it far from one player. Like, they're just bringing in good role players. They're building off what they've already built up the last 2 years. And DiVincenzo, they traded Obi Toppin, got 2 second rounders, which they can actually pad to another package for another trade. So I think they're doing it right. They're waiting for the move to come to them instead of, like coming after somebody like James Harden, which would be the dumbest move ever. So Soto would handle it. I would agree with that. Brian Reynolds from Susan G. Who's Susan G? Brian Reynolds traded. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we need another animal. That's why I'm hoping Rodon comes in here and lights a fire on some of these guys' asses. 'Cause he's a dog like Cole, so know. Um, Kevin Moss syndrome. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Kevin Moss had a great month, a great 2 months, and then he flamed out, and you know, like the Torres and Burrito for G. Lou and Bowman. Yeah, I mean, it's just it makes sense. It's a realistic trade. Get Major League pieces back, so exactly, Bob. They're not in cap hell anymore. They're doing it the right way, digging themselves down and building up something for the future. So you know what I mean? Ah, sounds delicious, Lapari. Nah, the Knicks better not get Harden. Hell no. I don't like Harden. He's already asked to be traded again to the I think Clippers. I think. Right here. I don't like that whole. I mean, him and Durant and Kyrie Irving was a terrible fit for Brooklyn. Terrible fit. Uh, yeah. Are the links and articles not posting? I don't know where lifer. I'm not sure. I mean, Mazza put out posted a few things here, so you just got. I mean, edit, copy, and then edit, paste, and you put it in the lines. It should pop up. It should pop up. You can even try it in the private chat. Maybe it'll go in there, Udo. That's weird. What's what I'm going to do for a dynamic system for Stan? Well, I think he'll light some fire under the pitching, which hopefully will translate into the hitting. But again, if I'm Yankees, got to make some moves here. You got to get some kind of contact back. So, and it's all you good. It's all good, Lepar. You know that, man. It's all good, dude. Give it a try, word lifer. Give it a try, you. Horn is another card. Yeah. I might give us 18 innings yet. I think his stuff would be better than Cole. He struck out 8 yesterday. He struck out 17 in 10 innings of rehab assignment. So he's on the right track. He's on the right track. Heard the rumor of Brian Reynolds on Lockton. So they actually said the Pirates are offering Brian Reynolds right now. They actually said that on the channel. Let me see. Let me see. Um, let's see if there's anything. He just came off the injured list, Brian Reynolds. Just came off it. I'm gonna have to watch the video and see what they say. And that was to me, that was the guy to get earlier. Like, I would have given him a pretty robust package and tried to get him here. At the very least, I would have tried and made it really hard for him to say no. So yeah, I think would have solved a lot of problems in the outfield. And we would have had our leadoff hitter. Like, it would have been perfect, man. He would have been perfect here. You know. Yeah, Davey. The A's Yankees trade was an absolute wash. They didn't get much out of Waldichuk and Sears. No, they both lost the trade. It was a lose-lose. So, no doubt about it. You know exactly, Jonathan. I'd be not waiting. I would be not waiting. So, what else are you folks hearing? What else are you folks hearing out there from the news reporters or channels or whatnot? Are you hearing anything interesting? Let me pull up here. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything. Yeah, Lane Thomas being chatted about a little more. Let's see what else. Yeah, wrote down his tap for Friday. Cody Bellinger. The Yankees reached out to the Houston Astros about an outfield trade. About Chas McCormick. I guess that says the Yankees failed to finalize the deal. Maybe they were pretty deep in the talks, actually. He's 28 years old, right? An outfielder, 245 average, 331 on base percentage, 7 homers, 21 ribbies, above average offensive metrics, and solid depth piece. So something fell through there, but I guess they're working on a trade with the Astros. That's what we have right now. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I think you're right, D-Rod. I think Reynolds has a limited no trade clause. I got to check that out too. I don't know, Davey, because I mean, I think to a degree they do, and to a degree they don't. So, like some prospecting, some overvaluing some prospects. So, but a lot of teams do that too. A lot of teams do that too. Trade talks broke with Chess. Yes, yeah, I'm looking at that here. You know, yeah, but it says that also um, they could pick up again the trade talks with Houston Astros. So, I don't know what to expect on that one, but that's what they're saying right now. Yeah, I mean, to me, Juan Soto's the guy to get. He's the get. It's going to cost a ton, but again, he's the guy to get. But do I think they're going to do that? Doubtful. Doubtful. So, I think the most likely trade partner is going to be the White Sox. Uh, maybe the Rockies. I mean, honestly, I'd be happy if they got Randall Grichuk from the Rockies and they got a starter and a reliever like a Bummer and Giolito from the White Sox. I'd be happy with that trade deadline. Those two trades would do a lot. That's probably the more realistic than ones we've talked about today. But again, based on your trade values, if there's any truth to that, and if there's any credibility to it, and the Yankees can make those types of moves, they'd be kind of crazy not to. Especially since none of those trades, even for knowing that Arenado and Newport had Peraza going there, like that's insanity. That's insanity. So Kopech's back on. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I think I would go with Giolito anyway. And Dylan Cease would be fantastic, but he's going to cost a hell of a lot more. Lots of how one team can blow up the other. Oh yeah, word lifer. Oh yeah, that would be nuts, wouldn't it? If he pull off a surprise and get Soto, it would be absolutely nuts. I mean, in all honesty, yeah. I mean, it's I doubt Soto's. I think the uh, biggest fish, the most intriguing, but um, it's going to be one of the most unrealistic ones. But they could pull off a surprise and get Soto. That would be nuts, NFE, wouldn't there? It'd be absolutely crazy. And they got a year and a half of control on him left. He's a free agent after 2024. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Rodon's comeback, you better give him some run support. Give him a chance to go off on a good start. Yeah. I mean, you're right. Soto's going to cost the Hall. There's no doubt about it. To any team. To any team. Rodon, Cole, Giolito, Herman, and Sevi. That'd be. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how much left we have with Sevi. In all honesty, like I said, I don't think he's coming back next year. No. Mm-hmm. Must be 3,000,000% ready for you. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to be ready for this too. You got to be ready for this place, no doubt. ESPN Insider goes over Hamilton comes up to the Yankees team to do it this year. I could see them word life for being quietly aggressive, but again, I would hope that they're proactive and more a little bit aggressive early instead of waiting and waiting and waiting to potentially being 15 games out and dead last. Like that's the last thing we want this team to do. So you know, yeah, I mean, and they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to. The way that their finances are set up now, they're kind of in a bad spot, the Padres. So I don't think they're gonna be able to re-sign him anyway. They'd probably be able to re-sign um, Hader and Blake Snell for half the price that they would uh, Juan Soto, even a third of the price. So they may go down that road. They made some big expenditures over the last 3 years or so. So that to me, would I be surprised if Soto got moved? No, no. There's not many teams that'll do it, but I don't want him to go to the damn Tampa Bay Rays or the Astros or what the Dodgers. Like that would suck so bad. It really would. Yeah. Oh yeah. I believe Sevy comes back next year with that rotation. What's for the second half? Yeah, no doubt, Sean Brown. No doubt, no doubt. And if they really want out, then the Yankees have to at the very least try to get him because it takes away. And if it's publicly known, then it takes away some of the leverage from the Padres. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Davey. I mean, that's why I'm looking at Randall Grichuk from the Rockies because he's very familiar with the AL East. He was with the Jays. He was a Yankee killer. He's also known for clutch hitting and being like a pesky weapon for teams. So I would rather him be here and stick it to the Blue Jays, stick it to the Rays and Red Sox and who else, and rather than do it the other way around. So even though he hits right, he's 31, but he's not going to cost the farm. Not even a lot. 70 in a package for a contract for less. Maybe, Sean. Maybe yeah, could be. Mm, yeah, I think so. I think Sevy's seen the writing on the wall. Um, I really, really, really do, Greg. Yeah, I think him and the team is seeing the writing on the wall. I really do. Yeah, I same with you too, Stephen B. It's taking some of the pressure off Cole, Rodon. Yep, I would agree. I would agree. Hmm. If they want to keep Soto, I would even take Tatis. More of a danger, but I get what you're saying. One of the most five talented players in all baseball. So most of these players be like, "Oh, and they're playing much better than the other teams." Mm, well, I mean, listen, and we've talked about this before. When the Yankees acquire a player in a trade who's been really good, they try to remake him to be the Yankee way or whatever. Like Sonny Gray, they tried to change Sonny Gray's whole pitching style, and it turned to not well. And then he left, and then he became ace level again. Same thing happened with Gallo; became productive again. They try to change players way too much. Like if you like this guy, let him be the guy you liked. Just bring him here. Don't try to change him because it does mess with people. You know, sometimes these veteran players, it's hard to be a different type of player as a veteran. So if I'm the Yankees, I'm requiring somebody that I like, and I'm letting him be the guy that we like. So I'm not going to try to turn him into the Yankee way or whatever. That to me, get out of here. So and Rodon's going to pitch 70, yeah, 60 or 70 pitches. Yeah, I heard around there. I heard that today too. That the Cubs do not plan on giving Marcus Stroman an extension before the deadline. So I think he's a free agent at the end of the season. Yeah, try to change Java. Yeah, hmm. And they did try to change Java Chamberlain. That didn't work very well. So Jocelyn, 100%. I'm with you 100%. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, coconuts. Yeah, with a pitcher, with their hitter, you don't have the right temperament and the skill set here. You're just not going to be a fit, unfortunately. Or New York's not going to be a fit for you, however you want to call it, right? So, and that's the thing, and people don't necessarily realize that right away. So and that's the other part. So, but would it hurt Soto's free agent value at the Padres? No, you probably. Would I send Torres packing to get a? I don't think you're going to have to give up Torres for Lane Thomas, but I still, Lane Thomas is intriguing. I would move other guys, and I would move Torres for pitching. But if you can get starter and reliever, and then get Lane Thomas, that's a pretty decent deadline too. Hell, Aaron Nola, yeah, he's on one of my lists, Jonathan. As a free agent, Aaron Nola and Blake Snell. But if they get both those guys, I'd be happy. I'd be pretty happy about that. No. Yeah, Soto is only 24 years old. 24 years old. Ian Kenny, yeah, he was decent. And then he got traded, and then I forgot who got traded to, but he might have saved almost 50 games one year, if I remember correctly. Yeah. In case team first mentality. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Sean. And I agree. I want I want two pitchers who are just consistent and don't have all these checkered health problems, right? I can just put them in a position to win every 5 days and be reliable. Give them 6 innings every. I mean, that's you give them 6 innings over 30 games. That's 180 innings. I'd be really happy with that. Really happy with that. And then the Yankees can build around it on the back end. But Aaron Nola and Blake Snell or Martin Perez or something like that I'd be happy with. So Stroman, yeah, I mean Stroman's again. He's got a little bit of a diva syndrome too, Aiden. So you gotta watch out for that. Um, hmm. Make a mistake. I want to move Starlin Castro to make room. They wound up moving. Yeah, they wound up moving Starlin Castro to the Marlins for Giancarlo Stanton. That was part of that trade. Interesting, David. I like that point. Juan Soto, yes, he does. He's bread and butter in the playoffs. He's absolute butter. I would bat him second here and bat Judge third. Oh, could you imagine Brian Reynolds leading off and Soto then Judge? Oh my gosh. Oof. That'd be crazy. Absolutely nuts. Snell, Nolan, Perez. If I had to choose one, it'd be Nola. If I had to choose two, it'd be probably Nola and Perez. Stroman does a little bit of he's a little bit of a diva. Yes, he is. That's one reason I go for somebody like Nola instead. Yeah, Rodon is pitching on Friday, as we understand today, July 7th against the Cubs in the Bronx. So good start. That's a good game to start and come back with. Um, all right. Yep, Rodon's supposed to be here, so I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope they keep that, and I hope they're not like, we're going to give him one more rehab start and let us know the day before the game, and then all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. Just let the guy pitch. Rodon pitch. He'll be fine. Reynolds. Oh my God, Reynolds and Soto would be crazy, wouldn't it, D-Ron? Yeah. Honestly, guys, I can't wait for Rodon. I think he's going to bring a lot of more energy and fire to this team, and we need guys like that. And I don't care what position that they are. If you bring in more fire and energy to this team, we need you. We definitely need you. Bidding war for Soto, yeah. He probably will inside bidding war, Davey. He probably will. He probably will. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you reckon the Yankees only City Connect would be? Yeah, exactly. That's right. I wouldn't manipulate that uniform at all. I would not change anything about that uniform. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Scared because his back. No, I get it. He's had some back tightness, and that's a good point too, James. He had some back spasms this last year, so Ron, yeah, some swagger, yes, thank you. Yep, yep. Giolito and free agency. I think Lorenzo they might go after him at the deadline because I think he won't cost a ton. And but if Giolito makes it the free agency, I think he's going to be a guy too. So Chance McCormick, yeah, they tried to get him, but it didn't work out. Would I trade Severino, Stanton, Dominguez, Peraza for Juan Soto? Severino, Stanton, Dominguez. That's a tough one. Probably not. But if they're willing to take on Stanton's money, then it's something that would definitely be considered. That's for damn sure. Cordero, he's beefed up. So is Hamilton. These guys are muscled up. Nolan Gorman, yeah, he's good. They got a lot of young, good, dynamic players there. They really, really do. Cardinals. They're not gonna be, a seller team for very long. They'll be contenders really soon. You know? Yeah, but that's so. Cody Bellinger, keep an eye out for him, and I'll keep it. And anytime we get an update on the trade deadline when it comes to the Yankees or not, I'll put it out either on here or the YouTube Shorts. So be sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I hope that you do, and we don't miss anything. So, and missing anything interesting. Hang on. My little one's babbling now, waking up. Jonathan Tanner, yeah, it's true. Jimmy Cordero's that dude's brolic, and so is Ian Hamilton. Those guys are stocked full of muscle. Stock full of muscle. Hmm. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be live streaming the trade deadline for a couple hours, like I did last year. Yep. Yes, indeed. Last year we got. I think I might have added like 300 or 400 subscribers that day. It was crazy. So we are on the road to 20,000 subs. So I need about 1,200. So your help, if you haven't, is greatly appreciated. It means the world to anybody that subscribes. So maybe we'll get to 20K the day of the deadline, even though that's kind of far fetched, but we never know. Fancy Otani's a trade here where we have a DH. I don't think trade's going to happen. I don't think Otani's going to get moved. Now they just brought in who they get in the other day, and they got another bat. The Angels the other day. I'm drawing a blank on who the heck was that. They got another bat. But again, if Otani to the Yankees, that means they'd have to trade Stanton. And again, I mean, it could very well work because if the Dodgers know they're not getting Otani, maybe they'll take Stanton. So maybe. So that'll be an interesting one, but I can't see the Yankees getting Otani and keeping Stanton. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, Escobar, that's right. Yeah, Eduardo Escobar from the Mets. That's right. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Yeah. No. So true. Let me see if there's anything. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's happened right now in terms of the Yankees news world. Angels are in a corner. They want to do the best they can to show Otani that they can win. To show them that they're actual serious contenders. And I get why it would be tough for them to convince him. I get it. Totally get it. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't think Otani's happening either, but some people think it's possible, and yeah, that's fine too. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't think he wants to come to New York either, so I think it's almost virtually impossible to trade for the guy. So I do think Soto would be fine here. Yeah, replace Urshela. That's right, out for a year. He's got a broken pelvis. So he's done for the year. Giro Urshela. That's a good point, D-Rod. Yeah, Montgomery looked fantastic today. Making excuses for hitters. What's he saying, Robbie? Hmm. What's he saying? Zach Gallen will be a good. I mean, be a cost a hell of a lot. I know they're looking to maybe add a pitcher for that to turn it into a three-headed monster. So when Rodon comes back, who's I think well on the roster I don't know, but I think he'll be the number 2 starter. Roster maybe Albert Abreu, maybe Willie Calhoun. Not many guys. I mean, I really want. It's a good question. I wonder what roster spot he's going to take. That's my question. That's my most curious question. Cubs. That's a good question. I don't know. I think they'll do a little bit of both, selling and buying. Mm-hmm. You're assuming that. Oh yeah. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Well, the Astros going to sell Montero. Not doing that well over there, Aiden. So I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, Davey. I mean, how much they're prepared to give up on him. It's gonna be a ton. It's gonna be a ton. I Peraza, probably Dominguez. Pitching maybe Will Warren, maybe a couple of guys. So it's gonna cost a boatload. Really will. Yeah, there's a lot of dudes in Houston IL. A whole bunch. I think one reason the Texas Rangers are ahead of them, even the Mariners are ahead of them. They're holding afloat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jonathan, yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. It's a far-fetched trade for Arenado for the Yankees, but if he's available, I expect them to be in on him. But you might be right, Jonathan. You might be right. Eric, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the donor, man. Why would the Dodgers want Stanton? They can also see he's done. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they can't get Otani, and maybe the Yankees will goose it up, give him Stanton and another offensive hitter to make it a little bit more attractive to the Dodgers, who will want to get somebody here. So it's an interesting situation because I think it all revolves around what happens with Otani. No, and I personally don't think he's going to get moved until the new season starts, or Otani at the release. I don't think he's going to get moved. I think he's just going to walk. Um, I think someone else. Yeah, I mean they'll have to be creative too, Jonathan. Right? So they really will. They really will. Hmm. And it seems like a franchise that we buy. Yeah, they're built that way, Bobby. They're built well. They don't spend long times in these droughts. They become competitive in a short period of time. And they quietly make the moves and they keep moving. Uh, hmm, hmm. I mean, that could happen too, NFA. He could sign back with the Angels if they show him enough. He very well could. I mean, my favorites have been the Dodgers, and then my dark horses have been the Seattle Mariners. So I'm really curious to see what happens. Let's go see all pour here. Yeah, it's about to pour, no doubt. We're getting some rain over here too. Are the Marlins interested in trading or doubtful? Very doubtful, David. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Um, I'm looking at the lines over here, so if I'm quiet, I'm trying to read comments, see if. Oh, it's definitely a pull. We had some rain earlier here, but I think it's gotten overcast and it's supposed to get some wind too, some pretty good wind. So to take on Stanton, that would be a huge favor, even if they don't sign Otani or trade for Otani. It'd be a huge favor. It would clear up a lot of money for other moves for the Yankees. I'll miss him, but it will clear up a lot of money for the Yankees. So yeah, I'm doing a stream with Jim and Ballcap. We're going to be a couple days out from the deadline. We're going to do our deadline, uh, State of the Yankees and Blue Jays, and then our deadline predictions. So you got that right, D. Right? We're just digging it a little bit later into the month, usually earlier, but we wanted to be as close to the deadline as possible. So that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a really good one. But yeah, I'm doing it, D-Rod. So be on the lookout. That's coming. Well, exactly. To stop being so scared to make moves. 100%, brother. 100%. Would the Dodgers really trade for Stanton? I would too. I don't know, Jonathan. I think they would more likely do it if they could not get Otani. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Anything to do with the Red Sox today? That's what I'm Cut some of the dead weight. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. 100% there, coconuts. But Uncle Steve takes in highly doubtful, baby. Highly doubtful. Bobby, always a pleasure, brother, man. You have a great son. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute too. So, but it's bird hunting now for the next 4 games. It's Orioles time, so got to take it to these guys. We have to take it to them. So, but yes, have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for coming on. Obviously, I'll put out any video of any kind of trade stuff or anything that's happening in the near future, any type of update, any type of roster move, and everything else. So, I thank you all for coming on. Have a great rest of your weekend. Happy 4th of July, if everybody. If I don't speak to you, but I will. So, but yes, enjoy your Sunday. Have a great week, everybody. Peace and love to you, and I'll talk to you all next time.